this is what we're going to talk about. Because in these settings, these things aren't cool to talk about it. And it's cool to watch it. Something that is not cool in the country, in the world. There's something that everybody has to face. And what is that? After. But we don't want to think about that. Let's just put our AirPods in. Let's just something that struggle. Even you're going to have a challenge at one point in your life. I had a kid a few years ago. You can sing a song. You make the darkness tremble. I had a kid, he was 18 years old. And he wanted somebody to talk to. And you don't want anybody to know how you're feeling. Because you want to hide behind social media, you want to hide behind likes, you want to put up this tough guy, tough lady, better than this. But deep down on the inside, there's so many things that are racing in your mind. So many struggles you have, you don't want anybody to know about, especially your parents. I'm from the Bahamas. You guys know. This kid was 12 years old. His parents were high up. They were prime in the Senate. They were in the office. They came in his room, 12 years old. They found him hung himself. What is it like to walk in and see your 12? We want to just set this, give you a platform to. There's a difference between asking questions and questioning. It's a big difference. Asking questions for everything. Because somebody your age on social media information and you put them above everybody. I had kids I coach try to tell me how to get in. That's not a good thought. That's not a good idea. As I'm about to pray, I want you to put something on your mind that you want done. Something that you want, something that you need. I want you to put that on your mind. Close your eyes. I want you to see it like, Lord, I need my mother. She's not feeling well. Or I have a father. When he was here, his best friend died, got shot, cousin got shot. Right? So you might have friends that, need to hear something positive from you. So maybe whatever you take back and listen to today might be able to help somebody else. All right? So I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to give you 5 seconds, ladies and guys, to put something on your mind. Maybe your attitude. Raise up young people that are not ashamed of the gospel. Because from you are where whom all blessings flow. You are the way, the truth, and the life. You are everything. You are here. Let us realize that tonight in the name of Jesus. Let someone not be ashamed to be called a church boy or a church girl, or bless those for making a stand, whether it's singing for you, whether it's changing the batteries in the microphone, whether it's playing an instrument. The Bible says, let everything that hath breath praise the Lord. Lord, make a difference in those that are not ashamed in the name of Jesus. We pray for everyone who's here and their families that they represent. Lord, we thank you. Lord, we love you. In Jesus' name, amen. You can start singing. Just start there for you. Yesterday, last night, some of you, we were at the game, right? And started playing, oh man, if you were, we have no call. So, we was there, we were watching the game. Remember the young man that got injured? What happened to him? He got hit in his chest? Sister Brooke, are you coach? I call her Coach Brooke. What happened to the young man yesterday? Give her the mic. Hold on a second. You can start saying this off.
Actually, nothing happened to him. He was suffering a cardiac event in his heart. No one hit him. He just started having chest pains, and his heart started beating irregularly and out of rhythm and at a very fast and rapid pace. And it was actually a very serious condition. Serious condition.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't recover from that.
Say it again.
A lot of people don't recover from that.
So you can keep maybe. So, did you hear what she just said? What does serious mean? What does serious mean? Somebody tell me what's the word serious. Dangerous. He was just in the game. You think when he said, I'm going to play redemption, I'm going to collapse on the court and hold my chest? What was his heart doing?
It was beating out of sync.
You saw they had to check his pulse? You saw that? But my wife, I was next to my wife. You know what we started to do? What did we start to do? We were praying for him. Did he ask us? What if perhaps he was at another gym with people that weren't praying? And it just so happened that the day that happened, we had multiple people that could attend to him. That's why timing is important. Being in the right place at the right time. You got people that can check his pulse and see if he was okay. Even after he left, people were still asking, is the young man okay? Because we're in a situation, in an environment where people care about you. That wasn't her son. She didn't even know his name. But the people that care about us, they aren't cool. Because they can't give us what we see. But that's why tonight, the right place, the right time. And you have to understand that for yourself. You can keep singing. Let's go. Let's sing a little bit, and I'm about to get into this. If you say it, we believe it. Let's do this a little bit. let's jump right into this. I'm going to try to make this simple and easy to understand. And give me, Lord, bless the mics in Jesus' name. Black people tear up all the church mics. But anyway, we're so glad to be here, our first teen night of many more teen nights. This is not Friday Night Live, this is teen night. So some adults snuck into here because they want to be nosy, so they snuck in here. But they're here nonetheless, and we're here. So, I'm just trying to see where... All right, give me Proverbs 23:7. Let's start right here for example. I'm gonna give you scriptures, maybe you guys don't know about them, but this is the foundation, right? We have textbooks. Your phone book, they used to come with manuals. Cars have manuals, right? So this is a textbook of life. You keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing, I'll let you know. You quit early on me, but keep going, right? I'll give you $5 more if you keep playing, all right? So we have textbooks in life, right? Things, the manuals. And so what's replacing textbooks now is YouTube. How do I, whatever. And then somebody tells us and they explain to us. He even started doing that. So this is our textbook. And let's look at this. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So when you look at thoughts, that's the first thing we want to address, is thoughts. We all think. Sometimes we think too much. We overthink, or we don't think enough. Right? But the first thing you learn when you were starting to walk in, when you cross the street, you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to look. Why are you looking? You're looking, so you actually, when you're coming out into the street, you're supposed to be thinking. So in order to look, you gotta be taught. You gotta look because there is danger that could happen. But now we've become so lazy, we don't like to look. Because guess what? It won't happen to us. It happened to me when I was 3 years old. I got hit by a truck. I didn't even know. I was 3. But I was looking. I was trying to make sure. Like, am I going to get hit? And I could see my grandmother. I was standing right here. The truck was a white truck. I was supposed to go across the street. And she says, go, go. But I was scared. You see, sometimes no one has to teach us fear. It's a good thing to be afraid the right way. But this generation, I've noticed we've lost our fear. Fear means respect. It means reverence. We lost respect for adults and for authority. The people that are help here, like I told you before in the beginning, they're here to help us. So my grandmother was telling me to go, watch this, but my fear kept me not listening. So I knew I should have, my grandmother said, go, 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 but I was so afraid I couldn't even move. So that's how we are in life. We're supposed to do, we know to do, someone says to do, but we're so afraid to move. And then when things happen, we like to blame the people that told us, never ourselves. So when I was 3, I didn't know the truck was going to come. Boom. So I was 3 years old, the truck hit me. I still have the scars on my body to this day. I got them 3 here on my side. And the truck hit me, and I don't remember anything. I remember waking up when my dad we were in a little red car, and it was my godfather. We were at a stoplight. I believe the road was Robinson Road. And my dad was like, he was young. He's like, go, 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 don't, just run all the lights, don't stop, go, go, go. Then I remember blacking out again, and I don't remember anything that happened. I just remember being released from the hospital that night. And I had, watch this, let me show you something. I was 3, and then I got injured again when I was 6. I had a lot of things happen to me. And things in your life happen to you because at a point in time, they're supposed to bring you closer to your purpose. So all these things kept happening. I was supposed to die when I was a baby. I was choking on, I couldn't eat. I was just choking. I had severe asthma. I had to get rushed to the hospital. Thing after thing after thing. I mean, I should not even be here right now. On top of all of that, I told you I should be in jail. On top of all of my sicknesses. So that's why I'm still here. Because I found out why God kept me through all of that. All right, so now I fast forward. I was 16 years old. One thing I wasn't always healed, but I was always, do me a favor, you guys, except for Judah, you guys come off. I want to talk to you guys. So you 3, 1, 2, 3. Any, meeny, miny, go, let's go. You keep playing, I'll let you know when you're done. You got $5 more. You got the $10. All right. We don't pay musicians, but this is just, okay. All right, so come on. So I was 16 years old, right? And I was always athletic. I mean, I taught myself how to do a backflip just in the bed. I mean, I could do a somersault. I got so good. I was doing it off of trucks. I was really good at somersault. And I just taught myself because I was never afraid. So I was 16 and I could really jump. So this day I went to shot came off the rim. I went to go up like this. And then, I didn't know it, somebody was under me. And what did they do to me? What is that called? Rehab, actually, what is that called? French. Undercut. Yes. So the guy came right under me, and I was in the air. He hit me from my legs, and I spun this way, and I landed on my back and my wrists. Fractured both of my wrists, and I slipped disc in my back. I was supposed to go to therapy, the chiropractor, but guess what? I never went. You know why I didn't go, Binghamton? Because I'd have to leave school and my friends were at school. I wanted to hang out. I don't want to go to a chiropractor. Because I'm young, I can handle the pain. It's so cool. Pain on my back, it's good. I'm young. Not knowing that it would affect me years later. I still had an undiagnosed concussion that I didn't even know about from that injury. Didn't know about it. And I fractured both of my wrists and I slipped disc in my back at 16 years old. And it affected me for almost 15 years. But we're so used to living with pain, we become tolerant to it. We become, you know what, it's okay, I can handle it. We never like to address the real problem until it becomes out of control. So many things like that happened to me, many things that led me here. I tell you, I was real crazy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to work. I didn't know anything at 18 about church, I did know I grew up in church. I didn't want to be in church. Church wasn't cool. When I was coming to a Christian school, my friends laughed at me. We were at a party. Let me tell you how friends are. You got to find the right friends. I was 18. My parents didn't let me do anything. So, like, what you guys like to believe when you have strict parents, I can't wait to get up and do this. So one day I went to a club with some of my friends. The first time I went to a club, I thought I was the man. I was in the club, first time. They didn't even know what a club looked like. I didn't know what to do in there. And so my friend asked me, $2 more. I got $2 more for you. So my friend asked me, he said, what are you drinking? I said, I didn't even know what I saw drinks, but I didn't know what to order. I'd never been to a club. I said, you know what? I'm good. Just give me orange juice. He cursed me out to pieces because I wanted an orange juice. What was wrong with that? It wasn't cool to be in a club drinking orange juice unless you mix it with Coke or something. Whatever they mix it with, whatever you mix orange juice with. Gin, I think it was gin. You mix it with gin. And there was another time when I'm telling you all of this because it's about thinking. I went to school one time and I knew what my father, he drank alcohol. I knew where he kept the alcohol, right in the bottom of the cabinet. So I took this bottle of gin to school. Yes, all the girls are gonna like me. I took the gin to school. Didn't even drink gin, didn't like it. But I had that bottle, and everybody said, yo, let's meet up in the bathroom. Tristan's got the gin. I'm like, yeah, I got the gin. I want to drink. Didn't even drink it. So I pulled it out. Everybody's, oh, you only got gin. Didn't even touch it. I just wanted to look like I was cool. I just wanted the approval of my peers. I got my first tattoo. I'm very ashamed of it. I tried to take it off. And let me tell you something about tattoos. Some of you in here have them. When you get one, you want another, and you want another. And you don't even know the real reason why you're getting those tattoos. So I got mine because my friend got one. We were 16. My friend got one. And when he came to school that Monday with his tattoo, Lord help us, all of the girls they just went crazy. He was shaped upside down, this guy. Like the top of him was on the bottom. So he was shaped like this. But guess what? It didn't even matter. Because he had a tattoo. That tattoo was waving. It was waving. But he had it. He had a heart. The heart was like a double heart. It was like a double one. But guess what? Nobody cared. You know what I did? Guess what I did? Guess what I did, Big Time? I went and got me a tattoo. 16 years old. And I got one. And that needle touched me. That needle kept going. But guess what? They told me, they said, you know what? You get this tattoo, you know you'll never be able to give blood to your kids, right? I didn't care. Didn't care. They said, I had to sign a waiver. I had to forge my parents' name at 16. Paid $100 for it. A waiver is you might get hepatitis C. Signed it off. You think I cared about getting hepatitis when everyone's going to go crazy that Tristan has a tattoo? Who cares about hepatitis C? What is that anyway? I can take ibuprofen from Aunt Francis and get rid of hepatitis C. I could take something, some Pepto-Bismol and get rid of hepatitis C. Y'all know what that is, right? Hepatitis C. So I was cool with it. I'm like, I can get rid of this. I don't even know if I'm going to have kids anyway, so I might never have to give blood. So I did it. And after I got all of that attention, got another one. Then I got a third one. But the thing about the Lord is, even when we're crazy, I was so afraid to get a tattoo, I made sure I put something about God on there. Because they told me tattoos were of the devil. You know where it came from. I didn't know. That's what they told me. My grandparents told me that. Everyone knew that. At that time, I couldn't say if I believed it or not. Why did everybody say that? It had to come from somewhere. And it did. Tattooing was always a religious practice. It was always related to spirit realm. So you would put something on your body and you would want to act that thing out. So you would put a lion on you and you would invoke these spirits. The same thing they do when you see Halloween people put costumes on. right? So they wanted to invoke these spirits, and so you put these things on your body, right? There's more to it. I can go into details. There's way more to it, right? They did this in magic practices, and then it got to the point, before I actually, let me back up. I'm almost done. Before I got my tattoo, you know what I did? Because I knew my parents were going to say no. I found out there was no YouTube back then, but I found out through a dumb friend like mine's, it was just as dumb as me, if you use the end of a pencil, the rubber, you can make your own tattoo. Oh, I made my own tattoo the next day. And then there was a little trick. You would take like the little bread, you would cut the bread off, and the little wrapper, like the Wonder Bread, the red circles, if you put that on you, you put alcohol, or you got a tattoo. So I did all of that. But guess what? None of it got the attention. So that's how it is. Life is a cycle. You do it, oh, I want more. I want more attention, more satisfaction, more praise, more approval. I wanted more. That wasn't enough. I said, forget all of this. Putting the rubber on me. Forget the magnetic earrings. I'm done with all of that. I'm doing the real stuff. I had the magnetic earrings when they were big. I mean, they would squeeze your ears. But guess what? People were laughing at me. Oh, he can't get the real thing. So you know what I did? I told my uncle, I said, yo, just do me this favor. Take some ice and numb my ears for me real quick and pop this needle in there. So my uncle, do what we did. He got some ice, numbed both of my ears, got the needle from grandma's sewing thing. Boom, popped my ears. He said, I can't get it. I said, keep going. Bang, bang, he just kept going. Boom, I heard my ears popping. I'm like, you're almost there. Oh, that thing was killing me. But I was so excited to have my ears pierced, like I was able to put up with it. I didn't care that my ears were just popping and bleeding. And then I had to keep doing it because my parents wouldn't let me get an earring. So I had to put it in for certain events and then take it out. For what? Right? But that's what thinking, that's where my thoughts were. To impress people that I don't even talk to this day. There's some friends, I had a guy I grew up with since 5th grade. I can't tell you the last I saw him in the Bahamas maybe about 4 years ago. We talked. That's it. Friends I grew up with around the street. I have the numbers. Don't even talk to them. But let me see. Give me that scripture again. As you think. So as I got a little bit older and as I got into a situation I couldn't get myself out, my thoughts changed. That's what happens when most of you, some of you here are athletes, that's what happens. You think you have time. Oh, I don't got to put no work in the gym. I got time. I can do this. And then guess what? Time runs out. Then you get, oh my goodness, what am I going to do next year? Time. Then you start feeling the pressure. Then you want to do. And it's too late sometimes. I had a lot of guys like that. Every time I had a coach come, get afraid, get scared. I can see I had Fordham come for one of my guys, Fordham University in New York. They came for one of my players. He had no offers. Fordham got there. He was so scared when he saw he couldn't even catch the ball. I mean, boom, boom, ball did bounce. He got what he asked for, but he wasn't ready for it. A lot of times in life, God won't give us certain things because we're not ready for it. I had a player, Binghamton. I had a guy, right, he was about to go. So I'm going to get right here. I like picking on Binghamton. I call him smart. Like it. But I had a kid of mine. He was supposed to, good player, Division I. I think it was Tyler Hero. Somebody declared for the draft early. And this happened to him twice. Kevin Herter was the first one. He was at Maryland. They didn't expect him to stay in the draft. He left the draft early. So a scholarship opened up. And they came to my practice, one of the coaches from Maryland, to recruit one of my guys. He said, oh, we have a scholarship open up. We need him right away. But I knew he wasn't ready. He didn't have no work ethics. I'm not a coach that's going to say, you get there, and then they're going to be blaming me for something. I'm like, no. I said, coach, he's not ready yet. So boom. So that happened. So UConn, we went to Paris. You remember, where's Paris? Didn't we go to the UConn game? One of my players getting looked up by UConn. Coach said, we let some of these guys go. I won't tell you that because we're on. So he said, he can play for us next year. We were ready. We were all at the game. And see the thing about me, when I eat, we all eat. Paris didn't even know anything about basketball. She went to UConn. I don't know how she snuck on that bus. But she was at UConn with the little Huskies cheesing. She was like at the Huskies' knee, and the Husky was, anyway. So we were there, we had a good time. That's what it is, right? So UConn wanted them. Said, bro, you can't play at UConn. Like, it looks good to say you got there. So they listened. So the next thing came around, Duke. Oh my goodness, somebody declared for the draft. He was playing with an AAU program and they had connections with Duke. Oh, go to Duke, go to Duke. I'm like, sure, you can't go to Duke. So this one I was pushing for. It's gonna look good for the school. I said, Coach, let him go to Duke. Let him go. Push him, let's go. He says, no, Moose, you have to understand something. This is early on, taught me a lesson. He said, that kid won't last a week at Duke. He said, it might look good to go there. He said, the day you step on that campus, he said, those girls, because you're an athlete, they just surround you. He said, that boy can't handle that. Sure enough, Coach was right. He got to the school that he didn't want to be at, boom, jet, gone. Because we aren't built for that. We aren't built to handle adversity. We want everything easy. I had so many kids that get cussed out playing basketball before they came here. And the minute we say something, they want to cry. How is that? It's your thoughts. All right? You think just because, we're Christians and they're not supposed to yell at me and hold you accountable. Yes, we are supposed to hold you accountable because we're doing this for a greater reason than your coaches that used to want to just make money. Nobody gets paid for this. When that kid fell down yesterday, who did they pay to have all of those people come to him? And they would, watch this. Well, I don't want to say this. You know what? I'll say this because didn't you guys tell them to go to the hospital? What did the coach say?
Nope, they'll take them later.
Oh! When I went to West Virginia, we had a kid. He got hurt every state we went to, he got hurt. Every state. This kid got hurt everywhere. It was just always something. So we were all the way in West Virginia, in top of the mountains. We played Huntington Prep. I was mad. They had Miles Bridges. They were good that year. We lost by like 17. And Thomas Bryant, Miles Bridges, all on the same team. So I'm happy, 17. I'm ready to drive the whole night back. This kid, I heard my ankle crack. I'm like, this devil, you always hear a crack. It popped, I can't move. We had to lift him up. We had to go to the hospital. I was so upset. We were there till like 3 in the morning, pushed us back. He had a sprained ankle. Just needed some ice. He heard a crack, he was dangling, he couldn't move, his career was over. Then all of a sudden, he just needed ice. When I said I was upset, but guess what? We knew we had to do something. He was more important. We didn't care about him as a player, we cared about him as a person. You got to understand this life, and I'm going to go here. Johnny, give me that, you can find that script. I'll find it. In this life, you have to understand, you're only as good as what you can do for certain people. There's a story in the Bible. Joan, you can find it if you're good. There's a story in the Bible. I'm going to get to this. So this guy, I think his name was Amnon, right? One of David's, one of his sons had a sister. It was his half-sister. And he has other brothers. So guess what he wanted to do, which still happens today? He wanted to have sex with his half-sister. So the brother said, bro, you want some different stuff. Like, you can't be doing this. This is wild. He was like, no, I want to do it. So guess what? He raped his half-sister. And guess what happened after he raped his half-sister? He hated her after that. He didn't want nothing to do with her after he got what he wanted from the half-sister. He got what he wanted. He raped her. He got what... You might think that's gross, but he was a king's son. You think a lot of things gross until you're in a situation where that spirit overtakes you. A lot of people didn't grow up homosexual and lesbians until they saw something that influenced them. So a lot of things we won't do until you're at the wrong place, at the wrong time, and the wrong person touches you or the wrong person does something to you. I had friends that went crazy because people put something in their drink. They were having a good time. They just put their drink down, boop, slipped their drink, went crazy. You don't know, but then when you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, that could happen. And I know personally that this guy used to call him Rev, right? He was always cool to me. I'll never forget it. He came in front of my grandmother's house. They had a shootout in front of my grandmother's house. I'm at the window, bro, like, what's happening? I'm not gonna say it, but I'm very inquisitive. I just put it like that, right? Certain people, when they hear stuff, they run this way, but there's another demographic of society, they go to it. So I went to it. They were shooting, boom, boom, boom. He got shot. He made it in his house. That was cool to me. I wanted to get shot. 50 Cent got shot 9 times, and I wanted to get shot. Couldn't wait to get shot so I could go to school the next day and say I got shot and I survived. Yeah, it's crazy. That is really crazy. But I heard that. And it affected me, and that's what I did. You guys hear stuff, and it affects you, and you don't realize it. That's why you see all your favorite NBA players wearing dresses, painting their fingernails black. And y'all think it's okay to talk about how bad women are. Y'all think it's okay. That's why these days and age, a lot of people aren't even getting married anymore, because this culture, y'all don't respect anybody. And now the equality has the woman thinking she's the man, now challenging the man, and no one sees eye to eye because the woman's trying to be the man, and the guy is so soft, he's crying about everything. The roles have been flipped. So people don't even get along anymore because you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to conversate. You just put it in a text message. So now you have a bunch of soft guys and a bunch of tough women because society told us to be that way. And you really believe you're going to get married and be a stay-at-home dad. You think that's cool? To stay at home and just watch Netflix and hope to make it to the NBA. All our lives are built around a hope, a prayer, and a wish. Without putting any type of work. When there's people your age that are hustling. There was this kid that wanted to come to school. He raised 10 grand to come to school. Hustled, found the money, raised it by himself. But this age, everybody wants something for free. But we gotta change. When you realize you have an opportunity, you gotta wake up and you gotta do something with it. You know why I'm the bakery manager? I started off, that was my work study. Guys were complaining, you know how I thought? Well, maybe I'm gonna make this a business one day. So I brought my book down to the bakery and was writing stuff to do. I'm like, since I'm doing it, I might as well do it. And I was always like that. I was just so super competitive. Since I'm working, I'm gonna outwork you. We don't like to outwork anybody. We just like to complain about what we're not getting for free. And I worked my way up. So I was working in the bakery, then I just did it so well, I just did my job because I understood. And back when I was in Redemption, if you want a full scholarship, you had to meet a certain amount of money that week to go toward your scholarship, your tuition. And there was guys that didn't want to work for their own tuition, complaining about it. Bro, what you complaining about? You got no money. You broke, you can't afford the tuition. And you're mad because you got to go sell for your own self? Bro, y'all, I turned that off. I had a couple of friends when I was in school. I was nice, but I knew who to cut off. Because if you let the wrong people in your circle, it'll affect you. I knew what my parents could afford and couldn't afford. And I'm going to let somebody else make me mad because I got to work for myself? Because you know what? I used to mob. I did all of that. I don't feel sorry for people that don't want to come here because they got to do that. Because you know what I said? When I become a husband, I got to do it in my own house. So Elder Massey did what he did, taught me how to sweep. I didn't know how to sweep, never did it. I was so lazy. I got my parents built 3 condos, I told you, one for me, my brother, and my sister. My dad left me in the summer to work on the house. And him and his friend, they were doing something with the wall. And as soon as my dad went to his other job, you know what I did? Which some of you all do work. I went the other way, right back upstairs and started sleeping. So my dad's work, he said, boss, man, he said, I don't want to cause no trouble, but your son's so lazy. Didn't even work. And it was from me, and I didn't even know it. Sometimes we put the effort into it when we know it's ours. But because I didn't know it was mine, it was just my parents, I didn't care about it. But had I actually learned and took the time, I would have developed a skill that I would have had to this day. People, they made it a show. HGTV. People get paid thousands and thousands of dollars to do the stuff that I could have did. But I didn't want to do it. I wanted to go on the phone and call girls that didn't even like me. Let me tell you how crazy we are. Right? We said, there's a saying in the Bahamas. They're superstitious. They said, never buy a girl a pair of shoes or she would walk right out of your life. That's what they always told us. We grew up with so many things like that. But this girl, she never liked me. I chased her for I don't know why. And I bought her a pair of shoes. My mother sent me some money. Oh my God, I had $100. Bought this girl some shoes so she could like me. Boop took those shoes and poop, I don't like you. I'll never forget this girl, her name was Heather. She wanted my, I used to like her. I was in 5th grade. Well, Lord have mercy. I was in 5th grade. I had no business doing that, but it wasn't nothing crazy like you guys see. It was nothing like that. It was just a little crush. And I'm gonna talk about flirting in a second. And we got 5 minutes. But, so, she didn't like me. Came back to me, you like me, you like me? So back in the day, we had these little bags, they were clear bags of cheese doodle puffs. So I said, yeah. I said, all right, I got some cheese doodle puffs. Now do you like me? Oh yeah, I like you, yeah. I gave her my cheese puffs. Oh, just kidding. She gave me a little crossover. But you know what I learned at that age? I'm like, people will use you to get what they want. That's what the devil does to you guys, and you don't even realize it. I told you with the brother that raped the half-sister and hated her. The devil does the same thing to the people that you love and you don't even know. When they sell their souls for fame, they can't even sleep at night. They're tormented. They're hurt. They're sad. They're depressed all the time. But you think just because you see them happy in a commercial or happy on a TV show that they're really happy. They're not. That's why some of them commit suicide. The devil doesn't let you feel satisfied. He torments you. That's why witches, if you guys don't know, they travel in packs of 13. Because they're always afraid. They don't have mirrors in their houses. Michael Jackson had a song about mirror because they don't want to see ghosts. So they become afraid. And I don't have time to talk about that because some of you guys don't know about that. But that's the subject for another day. But let me get back here. So now that we said that, let me go to give me Proverbs 18:21. Now I'm gonna put this, give me like 5 more minutes because then we got a long day tomorrow. So now, this is very important. I want you to get this. Get this. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So let's get this. We just thought, as a man thinketh, that's who you are. So if you continue to tell yourself, oh, I'm trash, I'm never going to do this, chances are you're right. Right. People told you you're ugly, oh, you're ugly. You embrace it, commit suicide because of what somebody else said. Oh, why do you have that on? Ha ha, laugh at you, and you feel it. You know words are powerful? When is the last time a word has ever become a person out of someone's mouth and touched somebody? If I say, I hate you, the word didn't touch you. But that's how words affect us. That's how you know there's more to words than just words. Words carry an energy. You can speak something over your life and have troubles and not even know why you're in this situation. So death and life are in it's what you say. And guess what? What you say comes from what you think and what you see. They all work together. Let me make this easy for you guys to understand. So let's talk about something for a second. Let's talk about this. What is another word for profanity? What's another word? What is it? Say it. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it with your chest. Cursing. Or what kind of word? Swear or a curse word. He's good. I'm going to be hairdresser. He's good. So give me the definition for curse. Put that up for a second. So, why are you always cursing? Curse is a prayer or invocation for harm or injury to come upon one. A profane or obscene oath or word, something that is cursed or a curse. Evil or misfortune that comes as if in response to retribution. So when you're cursing somebody, you're really cursing. You're trying to invoke evil on that person. It's coming from a place of emotion. You use the D word. Give me the definition for that. And you use all of these words and you don't know, where did these words even come from? Kids that don't even speak English, they always find out how to say the cuss words. They can say, and then I had kids in the school, the ones that are international, always teaching the American kids the cuss words. Why you always got to pass on cuss words? Because it comes from a certain place. And the more upset you are, the more angry you are, the more those words come out. And you begin to curse. The word damn means to condemn to a punishment or fate, to condemn vigorously and often irascibly for some real or fancy fault or defect, to condemn as a failure by public criticism, to bring ruin on, to swear at the curse, often used to express annoyance, disgust, or surprise. D him, he should have been careful. Use this word. And also damn means to condemn somebody to hell. So you speak these words and you think, oh, I'm just joking and speaking. These words have an influence. These words create an atmosphere. Remember, words have energy. And you find yourself, just cussing for no reason. When is the last time you saw an NBA player or a WNBA player or a tennis star, Coco, whoever it is, a swimmer, Michael Phelps, get on an interview and start cussing? What happens if they cuss on live television? Why are they getting fined if it's okay to do it? It's all right to cuss, so what you getting fined for? Because they're telling you it's inappropriate. But we want to be cool, so we want to speak these words. I can go on more with these days. And then it's coming most of the times when you're mad. These words just fly out of you. Where is that coming from? It's in your brain. And guess what? You know what affects your brain? Your heart. The emotions. You don't like somebody? Look, please. You don't like something's done to you? Please, you just fire it off. And then you get to the point where you don't say it, you start saying it in your head. And you think because nobody heard you, you're good with it up in your head. But there's a God that sees and knows more than us. Just because it's there, you can't let it stay there. You got to get it out of there, or it's going to do something to you. All right, so let me go here. So the biggest thing, I'm almost done. You got to stay with me for a second. The biggest thing we got to watch out for is this thing where I don't like. Oh, why did she do this? Oh, I hate this. Hate is such a strong word. Someone did this to me. It comes about us. What someone did to us, and I'm going to do. You don't pass me the ball, I ain't passing you the ball. But why aren't you the one that say, you're not going to pass it to me, I'm going to give it to you? That's how we get set up. These little things that affect our spirit become big things. And you become to control people by your emotions. You're not giving it to me, guess what? I'm going to see you wide open, and I'm not going to give it to you. Forget about my team. We lost a game like that. There was two kids in the same place. Really good basketball players. Very good. There was a little one, and there was a big one. They were jealous of each other. They knew each other. So Elder Master drew up a play. He says, you know what? The big, he calls everybody from their country. I don't want to say it, because I know these guys. He says, big one, you get the ball. We were playing a really good team. Kids going to Syracuse. He says, you get the ball. You score the last play. The little one got mad. He says, forget this. I'm number 2 in my country. He said, give me the ball. He didn't run the play. Lost the game by 2. Biggest upset we would have been. It was our ball. Because he was jealous. He threw the whole game because he became selfish. You know why people kill and commit murder? Because they're selfish because of what somebody did to them. People kill because of what people did to their friends. They didn't even do it to them. You killed my boy, you did this, I'm going to get you. That's how we're so easily controlled by our emotions. And it gets to the point where people can tell you, you're doing the wrong thing. Stop, hey, watch out, listen. And you don't care because it's about you. You don't care who you hurt. And that's what the world is. These celebrities, that's why they kill their family members. They don't care who it is. That's why Cat Williams blew the internet up. Some of you guys probably watched that. Blew the internet up. Talking about you guys, P. Diddy, the gay billionaire. How all these little boys at his parties, all these rappers that you guys know and love, the Will Smith, all of them, they have to do perverted things with men to get these roles. And we all want to be that when we grow up. Oh, I want to make $10 million a movie. I want to make $20 million a movie. But you know what's in our contract? You got to do things with men to get up. And you know what they do? They do it. They face you with $100 million. Like, you gonna turn that down? And you've been broke? And you don't want to be broke? And then you can live a lie on social media and say, you know what? Nobody really knows what I'm doing, so I can do it in the closet and no one really knows. But the things that you do when nobody's looking, God knows about it, and it's got a way of coming out. I don't care who you are, even if you know about God or not. Cat Williams told you he grew up in church. He said he knew better. And I don't care if you believe in God. Most of us believe in something. But at the end of the day, we're going to be faced with that question. Is God real or not? And then what you're going to say. Why isn't God real? What you going to say? So, Cat Williams told us about everything. Told you about Steve Harvey. Told you about people. Told you about Ludacris. Told you about how they gave him the Illuminati. They gave him a contract. So you got to do this to get this contract. Kevin Hart, wear a dress and you can do this. Do this. What do you think all these guys wearing dresses for? Because they want to? Tyrese said, the actor, said, I'll never wear a dress. Got a big red one on. Kevin Hart, he had an interview. He said, that's just not what I believe in. I'll never wear a dress. And why is he wearing one? Because I'll give you more money if you do it. I'll go on. I can talk about some NBA players, but I don't want to do that. So, give me the interview about Team 11 facts. Put that up. I'm done. Give me like 5 more minutes. Give me 11 facts about dating. Everybody wants to date. We all got, that's my babe. We got couple goals. All want to be posted up and booed up. Everybody want to be booed up. Then you move on to the next boo. Then you move on to the next boo. Then you move on to the side boo. Everybody got a side boo. Because it looks good. And then you don't set yourself up for marriage. Now you're getting married and you still think that you're going to automatically not be a boo chaser? You live your life recklessly. Oh, I'm going to do this. I got my side piece. I'm sneaking around. I'm doing all of this. And marriages are on the decline. People aren't staying together because they can't get along. Oh, I don't like you anymore because somebody else is prettier. And then you have the lady wrestling with that fact, I'm not good enough. And then they go get plastic surgery and get all these BBLs to do everything to look good enough. And the more you chase being good enough, the devil will never have you satisfied. There's always going to be a reason why you're not good enough. Until you become satisfied, you won't have to worry about measuring up what everybody thinks about. Look at this football player, high school. What is this? He's got his Bible. You know why Kevin's a ranked word at number 35? Anyone knows? Huh? No? That was one of his favorite Bible scriptures, 35. I think it's Numbers 11:35, something like that. Or Numbers 30, something like that. One of his favorite scriptures. Kevin Durant used to carry a Bible in his backpack. Stephen Curry, Trey Young, Christians, Blake Griffin. But let me tell you about Blake Griffin. You guys know who Blake Griffin is, right? Blake Griffin was a Christian. He was in commercials. He had funny commercials. All of a sudden, we don't hear from this guy anymore. Because he wasn't willing to do what they asked him to do, they took it away from him. Noriega, you guys are too young to remember that. They told you there's levels to this. If you want to go up in this world, there's things you got to do. When they give you that contract like Kanye West and say, go away, and they write it in the letter and say, we're going to put all this in, his mother died how? She just went for plastic surgery and died. Really? Plastic surgery and you just died like that? All these coincidences, all these strange accidents, but I don't have time to do that because most of you don't know. But play that. Oh, you can't play. You can't. I got to turn the sound up, so. But anyway, he's like, I forgot what he said. You see, I think he won a state championship. And he's talking about God is everything. So the fact is, all right, give me a dating thing. So God makes you an NBA player. He makes you do all this. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to give back? So we don't have certain things, say again. All right, I'll send it to you right now. We don't have certain things because God knows he can't trust us with it. I'll send it to you right now. Hold on one second. I had the kid I had, Chris. He would get certain sneakers and he would send them back to his country. I had another kid like that. He would get shoes and send them back home. So when you get these platforms, and especially when you know better, God's going to hold you more accountable. So now you guys are millionaires doing all of this. You get an interview. How are you going to affect the next generation? Or the people that are looking up to you? Or you're going to be like Anthony Edwards, get a girl pregnant and want to have an abortion. Because of what you did. You said, we never believed that if you have sex before marriage that you could have a baby. But it's okay if I have a baby. I can just kill the baby because it's not really a person. Who told you the baby is not a person? Who told you that? The baby is much a person after conception. It's alive. But we don't care. Because I don't want to pay child support because I ain't marrying you. So if you ain't marrying her, then why are you with her? And the girls are just so great. Oh, he's an NBA player. I'll give you whatever you want, even if you don't like me, even if you have a side piece. I'll be a side piece for you. Really, you dummy? You'll be a side piece for someone that doesn't even like you? Because you get posted on social media. He bought me this, he bought me that. And that's what you're valued at. Somebody buying you something. Not someone actually really loving you and knowing what makes you mad, can encourage you, say the right things to build you up. Are you a real friend? We get in these relationships and we're not even friends with people. You don't even know their favorite color. You have friends who don't even know anything about you. You know what my father told me? He said, you can really know how a woman is the way she treats her parents. He said, always watch for the way she treats her parents. And these girls, they get into these relationships. These guys are thugs, beating people up. What do you think they're going to do to you when they get mad? Give you a couple of them. I knew a girl was like that. Getting beat up, oh, but I love him. Really? Getting two-piece, you still love him? Oh, I can't leave him. Why can't you leave him? Because of what? Because there's something that happens when you commit the sex act. You give a portion of yourself away. And you start doing this, it's called soul ties. So guess what happens? You start having sex, you get the wrong person, and guess what? I'm going to give you some statistics. You get the wrong one, and they're mad at you, they put a whammy on you. That's what a soul tie is. And you get into these things, they never work out. My relationships fail, this fail, that fail, because someone actually put a curse on you because they have a piece of you. It's a little too deep, but we'll get into that. Same thing when you flirting. You go, oh, I flirt with this one, I flirt with this one, I flirt, always a giggle, always a snicker. You never control that, and you think, oh, I'm just flirting. But if you like someone, why are you flirting with somebody else? Because you're watching Megan Thee Stallion, or you're watching Ice Spice, you're watching Cardi B, and they're dropping it, they're doing all of this stuff, and you believe that's what you got to do to get attention. And the guys use that. Anyway, I got it. Here we go. 11 facts about teen dating. Watch this. You know what I love? I did this before. This is so funny to guys when we talk about this. This is so so funny. Sex and babies. Yeah, I know what you guys listen to, and I know the music that's out there. And that ain't funny, that's scary. Talking about the devil, talking about this, talking about that. You guys do all of this to all of these spells over your life. But when you get somebody telling you what's really the real, really? 1.5 million high school boys and girls in the U.S. admit to being intentionally hit or physically harmed by somebody they're romantically involved. If you love somebody, why are you beating them? Oh, because that's how much he loves me. He don't want me talking to nobody else. He really loves me, so I take these lumps. I wear glasses to cover my eyes. Did he really love you? Is that what love is? Oh. By someone that they are romantically involved with. Teens who suffer dating abuse are subject to long-term consequences like alcoholism, eating disorder. Oh, he broke up with me. Let me get some ice cream and some Oreos. I can't take this. Just crying. Listening to Ice Spice. You watch a movie on, what's that movie? You have that joint, Mean Girls. There's a movie called Mean Girls. And let me show you that. You can go back to that real quick, the teen dating. Let me tell you something about guys. What guys do. When you see these movies, like Miley Cyrus, she was big with us, right? And you try to think, oh, I don't listen to this kind of music. But we do. We watch these kind of stuff. You have it? Yeah, show me the Mean Girls for a second. This is a new movie that's coming out. So these girls, well, this one girl, the star. Let me read it real quick. Yeah, this is it right here. How many of you watched that? Or is it out yet? Yeah. You guys watch that? Oh, the Mean Girls. So this new student, Katie Heron, make it bigger. So Katie Heron in this movie gets welcomed into the top of the social food chain by an elite group of popular girls called the Plastics. We're the Plastics. Plastic what? You don't want to like somebody and you marry them and be like, oh, I did not know this. Things start coming off and you thought they were there and they ain't there. You know that's been happening to guys? They would take a lady home and find out it was a man. Happens all the time. Just look at trans models. I'm not talking about, I'm just saying that's what it happens. True stories. They have them, I can't show you now, they look just like what they're supposed to look until the until. All right, but anyway, so this new student, right? So this girl, listen to this, check this out. So this girl, she says, I want to be on top of the social food chain. I want to be the girl, the popular queen. I want to be the it of the school. I want to fit in. Called the Plastics. Ruled by the conniving queen bee, Regina. So there's always a boss. And you can only get to this group unless you go through the boss. What are they telling you? This is called, what do they call this? This is, I forgot. Program something, anyway. But so now this is,
Catfish.
Say again?
Catfish?
No. I forgot it's, predictive programming. There you go. I don't know what she said back then. She's always saying that. I don't know what that was. But anyway, so this thing right here. So predictive programming. You got these mean girls. You know, they're snooty, they're rich, they're mean. You can't get into our group. You can't be elite unless you go through the boss. There's a leader. There's somebody in charge. And all the girls, we want to be in that group. We want to be like that. Well, you got to go through Regina. However, when Katie makes a major misstep of falling for Regina's ex-boyfriend, she soon finds herself caught in their crosshairs. Now, they're in high school and I got a drama. It's my best friend's ex-boyfriend, but I like him and she's mad at me. That's what you're going to school for? To be in drama? You got your whole life ahead of you. You got a whole career and you're worried about Regina's ex-boyfriend. Now the whole world wants to watch what's going to happen to them. We love drama. Go back to the other one. Make sure you're teen dating. So that's life. We want to be part of the group. If you get a part of the group, then there's drama. We love mess. We love to pass notes. We love, oh, he likes you, she likes you. No, that's what she said. Always want to take things back. We love to be in drama. That don't have nothing to do with you. Why are you involving yourself with drama? And it only is going to cause you to worry, to have an eating disorder. There's a thing called, what's that disease? Where you eat and you put your finger down there. Binge and purge, I think that's what it is. Bulimia, right? Oh, it's a disease. It's not a disease. It's a demon. The bulimia is a new disease. It's not. You eat the food, eat the food. You don't gotta no disease makes you take your finger and stick it there. There's nothing that happens. It's called you want to do it. But what happens is in this life, let me tell you what happens to us. Because we want to explain away why we want to do something, let's make it a scientific term. Let's call pedophilia a disease. So P. Diddy can have little boys at his mansion because it's a disease. He didn't really mean to do it. And then you get like Cat Williams, become blackballed, telling the truth. He said he turned down hundreds of millions of dollars because that's not what he stood for. In this life, you have to, you gotta set limits for yourself. If you don't do it, no man and no boy would. No girl and no boy would set those limits for you. So, teens who suffer dating abuse are subject to long-term consequences like eating disorders, promiscuity. You want to do this with him? Guess what? We don't realize one of the things, me being a boy, I'll tell the girls for a second, hopefully girls on my show listen to this. When you do something with a boy, that boy is a boy. Tells every boy about you. And you're the laugh in the dorm or laughing on social media. Oh, look at this girl. Bro, let me try to get her. They don't care about you. There's a song, I'm just telling you, there was a song, The Hot Boy, Lil Wayne. The song was called, it was a girl's name. What's that name? You know that song. You know it. No, you used to know. What is it? What you used to know? Keisha. The song was called Keisha. Oh, Keisha was big growing up. I was 16. Keisha, I really want to meet you. Lil Wayne had a hot bar in that. It was about Keisha being ran by a few boys, and they all took turns with Keisha. So Keisha was for the company. I might put it like that. She was for the welfare of all. I put it like that. So all of the boys took turns after one by one with Keisha. And guess what? Keisha was so happy. All these rich boys want me. They made a song about me. Not knowing what you're doing is filthy. It's disgusting. Not knowing that they're not talking with you, they're talking about you. They're laughing at you. You think those laughs are people that actually like it? No, those laughs are people that are actually laughing at your stupidity. That you think being ran on by a bunch of guys is love, but it's not. Promiscuity. This one girl was talking about, I think she said she's been with 84 guys. 84. At an interview. They give everybody interviews these days. All these idiots, everybody got an interview. 84, she was talking about it. It was this one, it was that. Really, 84? Who are you marrying after 85? You don't got nothing left to give your husband after that. You want to get married now, something that's supposed to be sacred. Listen up, something that's supposed to be sacred. Now you get into a special agreement for what? Because it becomes just a regular thing for you. It's supposed to be a binding act. It's supposed to be something that consummates, something that brings together. It's supposed to be something, that's why the first time you do it hurts. It's supposed to be something that's special. But you give it here, you give it there, you flirt this, you flirt that, and what does it matter? It's just my virginity. It's my body. I can do whatever I want with my body. Really? Really, it's your body. Who told you it's your body? You didn't actually born here. You know something? But we have to realize, listen up, you can talk about it after. You good? You good? Chill, you're good. All right. We say this is our body, right? We like to do things to our body. What happens if you eat the wrong thing? You can get sick from eating the wrong thing naturally. But if you do the wrong thing in your body spiritually, you don't think nothing's going to happen? You can get sick from eating I should not have had that burger. I went to Vegas. I should have not had Cane's chicken every day. But I like Cane's chicken so much. The lemonade is fire. I gotta have Cane's chicken. The chicken's always hot. Stomach hurting. But you like it. So you turn that off. So spiritually, you know what you're doing is wrong. Why can't you turn it off? Because there's something that's causing you not to do it. I tell every last one of you in here, do not watch pornography, do not do this, do not do that. Turn your phones off at 10. You know something that's happening today? I have a video. Athletes, listen up, I'm done. I have 1 more minute. There is a trend, a chiropractor on YouTube, you can look it up. The athlete, especially when you have your growth spurts, they're finding a lot of teenagers are now having spinal problems because they're always hunched over like this on their phone. You can look it up. Doctors are talking about it. And to the point where now you have stretch marks on the bottom of your back. And especially at the critical time, so they're saying a lot of head and neck problems, a lot of spinal problems. And all these things are related to injuries. That's what the doctor was saying. So they're saying if you want to use these devices, you got to sit a certain way. They don't care. You got that thing. Everybody's always hunched over. You're walking in the street. I almost hit this lady. I didn't see her. She just was walking behind a car on her phone. The senses are turned off. There's danger. No, there's people that actually fell. I saw this one lady. She was on her phone and she fell into a hole. She was just walking. Boom, gone. The woman gone. Y'all wrong for laughing at that. That lady probably not here right now. Y'all can't laugh at that show. But so what's up? Y'all play too much. Let's go. So we're back here. Let me end this. So go back there for a second. Yeah, you got the posture clip. This, give me. No, it has no sound. But you guys, we'll touch this again. Thoughts of, so I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm done because I gotta wake up early. So look at this. This I saw a video. This girl in the Bahamas. Girls in the Bahamas are nuts. I tell you that right now. I did not want a wife from the Bahamas. They're nuts, and I'm one of them. I mean, them girls are ruthless. This one girl, her boyfriend cheated on her. They showed the video. I think my mother sent it to me. She lit this guy on fire. They're just running around. Them girls don't play. I was at another place. This girl, boyfriend cheated on her. She shot him, stabbed him. They're ruthless, man. I'm like, yo, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting me an American wife. She back there because they're a little bit more calmer than our people. Like, get me out of here, Lord. 16. Help, Lord. And Lord, help me. I've been married 17 years. But, the Bible says this. Thanks, I got 2 claps. Thank you. These guys don't clap. I think about some guys, right? I got married when I was 20. I was 20, a whole 20 years old. Guys don't know how to tie their shoes at 20 these days. I mean, they don't know how to wash clothes. They think all the whites and the colors, you can just, let me save some money. I don't want to get any more quarters. Throw it all in there. Let me put some Axe on. I don't got to take a shower. You know what? This is what happens. This is a true story. Hey, I got receipts. I know guys that didn't take showers and just axed it to death. Always want to be in girls' faces. Axe, just Axe, smelling like Axe. Let me take a shower. Going to bed sweaty after a basketball game. I didn't sweat that much. I'm good. I can do it in the morning. Now the girls are doing it. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not there.
Watch yourself.
You know what society does? Listen up. Let me finish this. You know what society does to us? It creates a I don't care culture. I don't gotta shower. I'm fly. Like, look at me. I don't gotta do this. I can just get people. There's one post. Look at all of these likes. I don't gotta do anything. I don't gotta put conditioner in my hair. I don't gotta comb my hair. I don't gotta oil my beard. I don't gotta do anything. I'm not gonna put lotion on my legs, Kevin Durant, because I'm me. I can have scaly legs and the socks just be making a noise. You put them on. Just be tearing up. The toenails be cutting a hole through the socks, and you don't want to cut them. Oh, I'm fly. I don't got to do anything for a girl. Girls just like me. Really? Until you have to wake up and turn to the next person for the rest of your life. It ain't that funny after. But take it from me. I'm happy every morning, every night, peaceful, no arguments. But anyway, it's not about me and my happy marriage. It's not about that. We're here. It's you guys' 19 night. All right, let me get through this. We got 11, we're not going to get through this. 5. In the U.S., 25% of high school girls have been abused. Listen to this, girls. Everything's funny. But listen to this. 5. Have been abused physically. 25% of high school girls have been abused physically or sexually. A lot of them sexually beyond their control. They don't even want to. They go to these parties with these guys, these athletes, and they just take advantage of them. And if you're a good enough athlete and you rape somebody, you can get off because you're good. That school paid you $1 million to go there. You want to sweep it under the rug. The kid that went to Alabama shot that girl. They swept it under the rug. Let me show you something. John Morant did a dance one game, something like this, right? And they said, he's a gang member. He didn't learn his lesson. A football player did it. Oh, he's having fun. Did the same. They showed the same dance. Which one is it? Is it bad or is it, which one is it? But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. I want to get over that. See the thing about life is, let's just say, for example, that's not fair, John Morant. It's not, John, it's okay, everything will be good. It's good, everything will be good. It's not fair, John Morant. Why is it always me? So you know what we should say? Why don't you think a little bit more so nobody has something to say? You know people are watching you carefully. Just chill out a little bit. Dial it back. Well, anyway, let's just hear. So, females between the ages of 16 and 24 are roughly 3 times more likely than the rest of the population to be abused. From 16 to 24, you're 3 times more likely. Watch this. Let me go down to verse 8. Violent behavior often begins between 6 and 12. 6th graders getting beat up in relationships? Bro, y'all can't even read until the 8th grade, and y'all getting beat up? I'm just saying that's a statistic. Like people, I think the average 8th grader doesn't know how to read, something like that. I forgot how many. Don't quote me on that. But at 6th grade, really? 72% of 13 and 14-year-old girls are really dating? What you doing at 13? You just came. You didn't hit puberty yet, and you just think you just did. Who are you? And then what happens is when you watch these things and watch these people, and they don't promote a healthy lifestyle with a marriage or one partner, you become, at this age of dating, what you see. That's why you can like this one, and like that one, and like this one, and like that one, because that's what you watch. I don't know if I like girls or boys. Which one? I'm so confused. I was born a boy. Really? Why are you confused? So simple. If you have what you have, then you're that. That's right. What's confusing about that? That's just science. Okay, old men can have babies now. Really? Show me a video of a man having a baby. I don't care what stomach you see. Man having a baby. Anyway, 50% of young people who experience rape or physical or sexual abuse. You know what they do when they would go to war, there's documentaries. Before these soldiers would go to war, you know what they would do? They would rape women for power. And then sometimes they would kill people for power. They would eat babies for power. So that's why it shows you this is more than a physical act, it's a spiritual thing. So they believe that having this act gave them power. And you believe that having this act gives you the power. Girl, look what I did. Guess what I did with her? You were empowered. Only a third of the teens who were involved in an abusive relationship confided in someone. You're afraid to tell somebody about this violence. Getting beat up and you're trapped. There you go. Amen. You're trapped. It's called a cycle. I don't want to be like this. I want to get out of here. You can't leave because the person says, I'm going to kill you. The devil likes to keep you in fear. You control people by fear. That's how you manipulate people. That's how they do these switches. We can't get into it. You guys don't know about that. I got to give you this right here. Oh, I'm so afraid I can't leave. You know how many people should have left, didn't leave, and ended up dying? Teens who have been abused hesitate to seek help because they do not want to expose themselves. You know what they do? You take a picture and you put it up. They actually, true story, they geotag it, they find it. They'll put your picture up on these websites for child trafficking. What do you think that, well, you guys don't know. There was a tunnel underneath in New York City. Why was there an underground tunnel underneath this Jewish synagogue? What are we doing? Having DoorDash underground? Maybe DoorDash or Uber Eats underground? Whatever it is underground, it ain't good because it's underground. And you become missing. I can show you stories. People become missing. They find who you are, they kidnap you because they already have your profile. They got your picture. They put you on these adult sites and kidnap you and then traffic you. Oh, that won't happen to you. I can just, no, it's not going to happen to nobody in here because we're smarter than that. Give me the last one. I'm done. I'm out of here. Give me the 11 facts. Give me the last 11 facts. This is one of the things that some of us can't even spell what I'm about to say. Yeah, the next one. Give me the next one. The other 11 facts. Give me the third tab right there. Say again. You need me to send it again? This last one. This is it. This is going to take me a minute to get through this. All right, any questions so far? We're about to close this up. Any questions? So why am I saying this? Because the Bible says, the scripture says, the word of God says, the Bible has everything that pertains to life. God wants all of you in here to have a good life. He wants to save you from heartache. That's why whoever finds a wife finds a good thing. He don't want you in drama. He don't want you to have a baby mama drama. He wants to save you from the heartache. He wants you to do it His way. But we're smarter than God. We can like who we want to like. That's why in ancient times, they didn't even pick their own husbands or wives. Think about this. Your parents have been married for a few, most of you, right? So aren't they qualified to know what the criteria is? Oh, but I know what I like. I got my own type. Really? You got your own type that you heard a rap about what you like. That's why one day you like skinny, one day you like this, one day it always changes. You don't even know. Okay, 11 facts about teens and STDs. New estimates show that there are 20 million new sexually transmitted infections in the United States every year. Every year there's new STDs. And you're going with her, and you don't know her, you don't even know her last name, but you're so tickled to death that you don't even know her, and you did it, and you don't even know her. You don't even know that she might have an STD. Many of these, I'm going to read, the people don't even know they have it. Oh, I feel fine. Really? Till you go get checked up and find out you have something that you didn't even know. And sometimes these things work in your body. You might have something, but when you get something else, then I could be wrong. They work together synergistically and then something could happen. It could cause it. But the boy that was just running, something happened that did just cause that. So, young people between the ages of 15 to 24, which I believe that's all of you in here, well, all of you in that age bracket, account for 50% of all new sexually transmitted diseases. So at the age of 15 to 24, 50% of them have an STD. So if you're 15 to 24 in here, don't look at me with that tone of voice. So, I mean, who, is it me? Could it be? No, it can't be. Because I know her. I've been following her since last week. I know her. You do. And you think if somebody has a STD, they'll put it on social media. Hey, guess what I have, guys? And they do these things where they put these homosexual, it's called P-PrEP. They have these guys and they're hugging. You can live longer with P-PrEP. Side effects of mild is death and sudden flashes of insomnia. You can die, but if you can live a week longer. Really? You guys good in there? Good. So, young people between the ages of 15 and 24 account for 15% of all new STDs, although they represent just 25% of the sexually experienced population. 46% of American high school students have had sexual intercourse and potentially are at risk for human immunodeficiency virus, HIV infection, and other STDs. Get yourself tested. Because 46% of, if you're sexually active, you got a 46% chance. You gotta get tested to make sure. Oh, now it's easy to say no. I'm an athlete, bro. No, you ain't my wife. I ain't know you. Nope. I got things to do, places to go, people to see. The Lord blessed me with my wife because I ain't chasing these. Or my husband, I ain't chasing these guys. Lord speak. That's where you have to program yourself because you can't trust people. Get yourself tested and tell others you did. Okay? In 2012, gonorrhea rates were highest among adolescents and young adults. In 2012, the highest rates were observed among women aged 20 to 24. CDC, who knows what the CDC is? What is it in Binghamton, CDC? That's what it is, though. That's what it is. Centers for Disease, right there, you can't spell it. CDC, Centers for CDC. I'm just playing. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Who's preventing themselves from a disease? Estimates that there are more than 110 million sexually transmitted infections among men. And guess what? In the homosexual and gay communities, they don't tell you that there is a different life expectancy for those groups. They don't tell you that there's more of these in those groups. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that there's kids that have to go through therapy for making these changes. And kids are on medications because they get teased. They don't tell you all of that because they want everybody to be forced into a way of thinking. This includes both new and existing infections. The annual number of new infections is roughly equal among teen girls, 51%, and teen guys. But when you go to do this, you don't ask to, show me your chart from your physical. Let me just see that right quick and make sure that you're good. No. I can put something on and protect myself. Really? You're going to trust that to protect you? Okay? And they tell you that it doesn't, if you read the box right, it'll tell you it does not protect against, how you know that? You read it. Yeah, you read it. Look at that. Smart man. I try to trick you there. Like, you want it. You want it. You read it right there. You want it. He's sharp. I gotta give you the tips. So look, human papillomavirus accounts for the majority of prevalent STD, STIs. The U.S. has the highest rate of STDs. What? Don't they have drugs to cure this? And then I can just pop a pill and be cured. But why is it still the highest? Because then drugs don't cure you. They just cause the symptoms to be masked so you can live with it. Until you can't live with it, and then you know, it happens. Anyway, 9. 6 in 10 sexually active high school teens reported using 6 in 10 of them during their most recent intercourse. 1 in 4 teens contract. 1 in every 4 teens contract an STD every year. So take 4 teenagers. One of them is going to have something. Are you the 4th, the 3rd, the 2nd? Less than half, listen to this, less than half adults aged 18 to 44 have ever been tested. Oh, I've been tested for HIV, but what about the other hundreds of them? So now we're here. This is the end. We got to go. So what say ye? What do you guys say? After all, this is team night. Any questions? Jed, is that your question? Please, this is what we're here for. Hopefully you don't have any questions because I covered everything. Now, you got to do something about it. Right? We got to leave from here like, you know what? I got to do a little bit better than I've been doing. We always say it. You guys have been there. I'm going to wake up in the morning and practice. I'll do it next morning. Then we ended up putting it off. And we think that our good intentions are something. Good intentions and procrastination is 2 different things. But anyway, so we're here, I'm here to give you guys some information that if you don't get here, then pop culture is going to give it to you. And it ain't going to be the truth. Like, they ain't going to tell you what marijuana does to you. Oh, it's medicine. Really? What kind of medicine is it? The medicine that people got locked up for back in the day, and all of a sudden it's medicine. Wasn't it medicine back then? Didn't Bob Marley tell us didn't we hear these songs about marijuana way before it was a thing? Now it's medicine. I'm not going to smoke. I'm going to vape. Really? Is that any healthier? And the worst kind of smoke is a secondhand one. Oh, I'm going to drink. My grandfather died from cirrhosis of the liver. He drank too much. Anything that impairs your judgment, I'm going to give you it. I'm going to give you this. Anything that impairs your judgment, you have to watch out for. If it can mess with your mind, it's not good. If it can mess with your thoughts, it's not good. When it can disrupt your mood, change your spirit, change who you are, it's not good. You want to remain the same person you are, but a better version of you. You should be getting better, not worse. Got to break the cycle. And guess who has to break it? You got to let God do it. But you're not going to let God do it because you can do it yourself. We don't need God. That's how you get a culture. The rappers, hip-hop has their own Bible. You guys don't even know it's a religion. What their religion says, you're your own God. You don't need God. And we raise a bunch of people that don't even like God. Don't even like coming to church. Oh, I've been a dorm student. Kids hate church. They probably always sit come church time. In the gym that night. Hate church. Why do you hate church? I'm just saying me. I've been there, done that. Because the things that are good for us are not always good to us. But life is what you make it. I gotta come to church. I'm gonna have a good time. It's a Bible, know all the songs, sing it. Right? And most of the times, and I looked at it like this. I'm gonna let you, we're done. I'm gonna pray and close, we're done. When Elder Massey and I used to be a dorm student, and God didn't like church, and I said, hold on for a second. He's saying truths that I can use to help my family. And I found out I had an uncle that believes some of the same things that Elder Massey says about the current events, the World Trade Centers. We talk to this very day. You would never know who need information. That's why the Lord has you here. Come on, you guys can come back up here. We're done. You guys can come back. But as I close in this last 30 seconds, I just want everybody to take a deep look at who you are as a person and who you want to become. Do you really like the way your life is headed? Don't be like me. People told me, well, you're going to go to jail. You're going to do this. You're going to do that until it really almost happened. And then they're like, oh, wait a second. This is really happening. Take it from the people that have been there and done that. Life is more than just dribbling the ball. More than just text LOL, BR. It's way more than just that. You have to start right now finding this. What is your purpose in life? Lord, make me a better basketball player so I can reach somebody in my country. We have kids that you forget about your families when you make it. I've had plenty of kids like that. Forget about everything. And that's what this world will do. It'll eat you and spit you up. It'll make you be who you didn't even want to be. To the point you look in the mirror, you don't even like yourself. And you go, how did I get like this? I don't even like this. It's what you become. Because your thoughts were out of control. Now you got to, tonight, control your thoughts. As you think, that's what you are. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And my dad used to always play this song. I don't know the key. That's A flat, I believe. My dad told me this. You were born by yourself, and guess what? You're going to die by yourself. And who knows, raise your hand, we're about done. Who knows can give me a rundown of what happens when you die? What happens? I don't care if you're a Christian, if you believe, or whatever you are, Muslim, whatever you are. What happens when you die? Boom, I died, and what happens? What's next? Nobody knows? What happens? You go to heaven or hell? So you go to a good place or a bad place? So what? Oh, I don't believe what she said. Okay, then what do you believe about it? Because none of us has ever died before. So what do you believe about it? But the key is to just be prepared for it. Because I told you there was this kid in the Bahamas hit his head on a rim and just died. I told you many times the kid keep on, hit his knee in practice, had stage 4 cancer, passed away at 17 and accepted the Lord as his personal savior. So you're here to discover why. You think you're here just to play basketball? Really? There's plenty of other schools that you wanted to go to, A, B could have wanted to, C probably still do. But the fact of the matter is you're here right now. Is why. So that's what you have to determine. And I'll say have to understand the blessing that you guys have. I was watching the prep team play yesterday. Riyadh's not on the team. 7 of them. You all beat a team that were so talked about. Number 10 in the prep. All of these guys, they just writing them up. And you guys beat them because you're so good. Really? Yeah, that's what you really believe? Or are you a product of your environment? Which one is it? What if you didn't have all of these rules?
That's right.
How would you be? I know how I was without rules. And that's why if you don't like the rules, I know how dangerous it can be for you. Think about me. I've been in college 2 years. I've been in the world. I wasn't always in church. You see me running around the church? It's for a reason. And I forfeited my chance to go to college so I can help young women and young boys like you. And I got here and I said, you don't want to go to college? I'm like, no man, I do not want to go. And since then, I've helped countless, I would say probably hundreds of young men into the United States. A couple of guys playing pro. I don't ask them for a dollar. Because when I didn't have it here at this school, they did it for me. But I couldn't do it for myself. So when you find a good thing, make the most out of it. Love the ones who love you. Love the ones who can't do anything for you. Just have love in your heart. Proverbs 18:24 says, if a man has friends, he will show himself friendly. That's the first thing. Be friendly. I thank you for my opportunity. Coach, I thank you. Mom, I love you. When's the last time you told your parents thank you? When is the last time you told somebody that did something for you, thank you? We get to the point where we feel like coaches and people gotta do for us. You know what a coach is? The coaches do things. A coach is somebody that navigates you through the game. But now people have life coaches that navigate you through life. So we're all on a journey. So thank the Lord for the people that are in your life that want you to do better more than you want to do better. And you know, you bring down a little bit. We had a cell phone policy. I had coaches mentoring me. Told me, they said, Tristan, you know what you should do, man? You guys play a great schedule. You guys have a great basketball program. If you just got rid of the phone program, you can have all of the kids you want. We'll send you, I had college coaches. We'll send you our kids. There's the rules. But I said, you know what? Our school isn't for that. Those rules saved my life. So if you want to be here, I know it worked for me. So I'm going to take a bunch of guys. I go on my team. There's one kid I brought. Danny spoke to his mother. I'm like, I'm taking a bunch of guys that just want to be better. Because I look at it like this. Rules are in place to help us. So maybe if someone didn't take my phone, I might be on it too much. But at least if I'm like Chris Duarte, this kid didn't have a cell phone in some months. He was in the gym till 11 o'clock with no cell phone. So when I talk to those NBA agents or those guys doing the story and the background check and the background checks, is how is he? What does he do with his time? Does he party? Does he drink? Does he love the phone? Does he love... Ask me all of these things. You know what I can say? I says, you know what, sir? I said, there was a time when this kid didn't have a cell phone. He's not distracted by a phone. And they said, wow. You know what else I went to tell him? I said, this kid we used to have back then, soup for seniors. I said, this kid worked in our soup kitchen. I was able to tell him that. You know, they said, wow. And he'll get drafted. He got drafted by the same team that saw him 4 years ago. You never know who's watching you. And you never know who you're going to need in life. So be careful when you backbite and talk about people. You'll never know. Because guess what? Whether you're a Christian or not, what goes around, comes around. And people get into these relationships. Guys, you feel macho if you took somebody's girl. But if you took someone's girl, you're creating an atmosphere of it happening to you. So look, this is where we are. You can stand. We're about to go. I'm not trying to. And one of the things, I had somebody ask me the other day, where we're about to go. They said, this kid wants to come to the school. He's a Muslim. They said, do you guys accept Muslims? I said, yeah. You know, they can't practice when we tell everybody, bring that people there. I'm like, as long as they want to come, I said, they just can't practice. We never force anybody to be a Christian. Even on my team, we never force anybody. We just give you the facts, and you do what you want to do. So I need anybody tonight, only if, just if, you want prayer. Something, bring out a little more. Who's singing for me? You know what? We got to realize there's things that happen. I can't sleep good. I have nightmares. I get disturbed in my sleep. It's not normal. And you got to deal with this now. So if anybody wants prayer, you know, you got to do it. You got to get to the point where you don't care what nobody thinks in a good way. So if you want prayer, I'm here. Pray for you. We'll talk about it after. Give your life to the Lord, baby. If you want to be a better person, I hear voices in my head. There's things talking to me. There's things pulling me. I don't like this. Is that you? And get past people knowing. You can turn this light off now. Josiah.